Good morning. In today's class, we will learn about exceptions. So, before going to exception, we'll see what an error is. Errors are the wrongs that can make a program go wrong. An error may produce an incorrect output or may terminate the execution of the program abruptly or even may cause the system to crash. And we are going to classify the errors into two types: compile time error and the runtime error. Compile time errors will be detected maybe because of all the syntax errors that will be detected and displayed by the Java compiler, and therefore these errors are known as compile time errors. Whenever the compiler displays an error, it will not create the .class file. It is therefore necessary that we fix all the errors before we can successfully compile and run the program. The commonly used or commonly occurred compile time errors are missing semicolons, missing brackets in classes and methods, misspelling of identifiers and keywords, missing double quotes in string, etc. And similarly, we have runtime errors. A program may compile successfully creating the .class file but may not run properly. Such programs may produce wrong results due to wrong logic or they may terminate due to errors such as stack overflow. These are called as the runtime errors. Commonly, runtime errors are dividing an integer by 0, accessing an element that is out of bounds of an array, uh, converting invalid string to a number, etc. Now we'll see what an exception is. Now till now we have learned what is an error, what are the types of errors. Now we'll learn what is an exception. Exception is a condition that is caused by the runtime error in the program. When the Java interpreter encounters an error such as dividing a number or integer by 0, it creates an exception and throws it. That is, it informs us that an error has occurred. If the exception object is not caught and handled properly, the interpreter will display an error message and will terminate the program. If you want to continue the program to execute with the remaining code, then we should try to catch the exception thrown by the error condition and display an appropriate message for taking corrective actions. This is known as exception handling. So the steps which are taken to handle the exception are finding the problem. This is called as hit the exception. Then inform that an error has occurred, that is throw the exception, and receive the error information, catch the exception and take the corrective action called as the handle the exception. So most common types of Java exceptions are arithmetic exceptions caused by maths errors such as division by 0. Then we have array index out of bound exception caused by bad array indexes. Array store exception caused when a program tries to store the wrong type of data in an array. File not found exception caused by an attempt to access a non-existent file, etc. These are some of the Java exceptions. Now how to handle the exceptions and syntax of exception handling. Now we'll see that what is the syntax of handling the exception. Java uses a keyword try to preface a block of code that is likely to cause an error condition and throw an exception. And a catch block defined by the keyword catch catches the exception thrown by the try block and handles it appropriately. The catch block is added immediately after the try block. You can see here in this example I have taken try which generates an exception and catch statement which processes the exception.